Hi, this is Andrew. I've got a question for you. What are you having for lunch today and where are you going to have it? And I want to coach you a little bit. I'm the author of Nutrition for Resilience, 8 steps to supercharge your energy and well-being at work. And I see so many people who, if they don't skip lunch, they're kind of rushing it at the desk and they're not really giving themselves a chance to get some proper energy and respite. And so they hit a bit of a wall at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's very, very common. And that energy level just dips. So I've got some tips and ideas for you. So as I say, what are you having for lunch today? And I want to share with you an approach which I found incredibly helpful because I'm running an online class tonight and I need to feel on top of my game for that class. I need to feel energetic, vibrant, healthy, got all the energy I can muster. And the approach I'm going to use is called proper food combining. You may or may not have come across it before. It's actually developed by Dr. William Hay in the early part of the 20th century. And the simple premise is that if you combine proteins and carbohydrates in the same meal, in other words, you ingest proteins and carbohydrates within 3 or 4 hours of each other, you're actually creating an acid-alkaline war in your stomach because one requires an alkaline environment, the other requires an acidic environment, and your digestion doesn't know which is which, and it provides an exhausting process. So if you want to feel energetic after your lunch, rather than feeling sort of stodgy and lethargic at 2 o'clock, what I'd suggest is that you don't have a sandwich, you don't combine proteins and carbohydrates. You maybe have something like some oatcakes with some hummus or some tzatziki and some salad. And what that will do is it will generate energy and vibrancy for you. It will create a sense of total well-being and energy that you won't get if you just have a sandwich or you have a traditional proteins and carb combined lunch. Now, you might think, well, why don't I just have carbs then? Well, you might do, but the problem with just carbs is that they will be quite heavy on you. They'll be quite difficult to ingest. My suggestion is that you particularly focus on protein and fruit and veg. Not too much fruit, but certainly the veg is good. And you can pretty much combine any vegetable with protein and create good food combining. So there are lots of options there. I just wanted to give you a heads up on that because I'm running an online class this evening called Nutrition for Resilience, 8 steps to supercharge your energy and well-being at work. And there are still some places on that. You can register at andrewbridgewater.com/free-class. And what I'll do is I'll take you through the 8 steps to Nutrition for Resilience live and answer your questions, because a lot of what I've learned has totally transformed the way I relate to food, the way I work with food. I put on an awful lot of weight about 8 years ago after a period of ill health, and that weight refused to shift for a long time until I put some of the small simple steps that I'm going to share on that class into practice. So proper food combining is just one way that you can live with energy and well-being, and that's one of the steps, and I'm going to explain it in a lot more depth and as well as the other steps in this free online class tonight. So what I'm going to have before that class, I'm going to combine my foods properly so that I've got all the energy and all the well-being I need for 8 p.m. UK time this evening. So I'm probably going to have some salmon cooked in the oven, roasted in olive oil with some ground salt and black pepper on it, and I'm going to have steamed broccoli with that. You may think, it doesn't sound very interesting, but actually I will have all of the energy I need and more on this call tonight because I'm not going to be digesting a complex meal at the same time. So just some thoughts for you to think about, but make sure you do get some lunch today. The worst thing you can do is skip lunch or even just grab a couple of minutes lunch at your desk while you're looking at your emails. That really doesn't provide a break either. Get out of the office, take a walk and get a properly combined lunch and see what difference it makes. So if you found this helpful, please write some comments. Write what you had for lunch in the comments below. Be very interested and I'll come back to you and give you some thoughts on those. Anyway, if you have got time this evening, or even if you haven't, you can sign up for the call at andrewbridgewater.com/free-class and I'll send you the recording afterwards, even if you can't make it 8 p.m. UK time. So thanks for listening. Bye for now.